play cards. The tradition started a long, long time ago. And the tradition continued into the 1980s and into the 90s. Well into the 2000s.
Different hairdo for everything.
And they continue to play cards today. But is there anything else that Brackens could possibly have in common? Oh, they like to nap. And I like to nap. Our babies like to nap. And nap. And David likes to nap. And even more naps. Aunt Linda likes to nap inside. And Aunt Linda likes to nap outside. They will take naps with their daughters. And Uncle Ken will take naps with their sons, too.
What do you got for that today?
And sometimes they'll nap with all their kids at the same time. But some of us just don't have the hang of it yet. Now, another thing that really characterizes Brackens is they give really big hugs. But
Papa.
Hugs and hugs and hugs. And hugs. Keep going.
Cute.
There she is. And hugs. And hugs. Brian likes that one. Jean? Loves your hugs?
And another thing about the Bracken photos that we noticed is that they're never ever afraid to get silly. Now, they'll get silly in wheelbarrows. They'll get silly in boxes. They'll be slow and silly. But they'll be fast and silly as well. They will dance. In fact, they will dance out of town. But they will dance right here in our own houses as well. And some of us will even dance with foxes.
Called the Foxtrot.
Foxtrot!
Foxtrot, absolutely. Now, one thing we notice is that they're never afraid to dress just a little bit silly. Right, Mom? Now, speaking of moms, we kind of noticed that with this dressing silly, it often involved putting crazy things on our heads. It seems to run in the family. For example, crazy Santa hats, chef hats, box heads, crazy kid tunes. They'll put goggles on for the winter time or goggles on for the summertime. They'll get underwear as presents and even use underwear as hats. And all sorts of other crazy headgear too. There's a mistletoe. There's Ryan again. I got a bow.
There is a bow on his
on
head.
my head.
I can't see it. That's okay.
Nice tiara, Dad. All sorts of crazy masks.
Oh my gosh, Katie.
But there's two Brackens in particular that really have this whole silly thing put down to a science. Now, one of them is Nathan.
Go ahead, Dan.
He's our American girl.
And Nathan.
Albert, that silly guy out.
How many pictures did you send them?
It's also on Facebook, okay?
So,
And the other one that has a knack for silly pictures is my godfather, Uncle Frank. All right, continue.
There's Frank. There's a bow in his head.
But finally, what else do Bracken family members really seem to have in common? Well, they like beer. And they like beer. And they like beer.
Can't even see the beer balls.
Now, Dave and Scott really seem to like beer. They like it with their cousins. They'll drink it with their uncles. Dave loves to have it on vacation. And Scott, well, he likes to have it on vacation as well. They even give beer to each other as the perfect Christmas present. But do you need any more proof?
Yeah.
Okay, Dan, click the black.
Oh, jeez.
There's those hugs again that we were talking about. All right. Good job, Scott. Good job, Sarah. Oh, the Bracken hug right there.
Hey Ryan, you can show the ball now. You can show the ball now.
Now, Dave and Scott, they love beer so much that they'll even force it on their in-laws. But luckily, their in-laws really like beer as well. And another thing, well, apparently the Brackens drink the beer a little young. I mean, really young, Andrew. Really young, Allison. Really young, Scott, again. Alright, actually, this I think explains a lot when you really think about it. And then I was looking around tonight, and this picture was taken about 20 minutes ago. That's Caleb right there, right at the back of the room, and I think he's got a firm grip on that beer. So I started thinking, now where could all of these, habits and tendencies really come from? So naturally, I go to my parents and ask them.
We know where it all started. We'll just go to the one side and show them Dan. There you go. There's Mom and Dad on their wedding day. This is your grandparents, guys. This is your great-grandparents. What are they standing in front of? A beer truck. On their wedding day. Okay. But there is only one more thing. Okay, who is actually the most responsible for all of this? Only one explanation.
You go ahead, Dan.